You might think that fatherhood is a relatively new phenomenon, but the truth is that men have always been fathers. The word father comes from the Latin word pater, which means to make. This means that fathers have always been those who make things happen. For example, in ancient times, fathers were responsible for making sure their children were fed and clothed. Today's fathers are still responsible for making sure their children are fed and clothed. They also help them with their homework, take them to school, and pick them up from daycare. Fathers also teach their kids how to be good people by showing them how to treat others with respect and kindness, regardless of their gender or class. And when they see their children doing something wrong, they give them advice on how to change their behavior so it's more positive. Fathers can also provide guidance on important life decisions like choosing an occupation or getting married. Although you might not think your kids need this kind of advice, fatherhood is a blessing. It is a gift from God that every man should be honored to receive. Fatherhood provides an opportunity for men to be what God intended them to be, a source of strength, courage, and protection for their children. Fathers lead by example. Fathers show children what it means to be a man. They teach by showing rather than just telling children how to live their lives. Children learn the value of hard work, determination, and confidence by watching their fathers go after their dreams no matter the obstacles they may face along the way. Fathering is not easy. Becoming a father takes sacrifice and commitment on behalf of both parents, but especially fathers. It takes time away from friends and family, as well as money spent on diapers, formula, and baby supplies that could have been used for other things in life besides raising children. Fathers can also find themselves sacrificing their own dreams in order to provide for their families financially or emotionally if their wives are unable to work due to pregnancy or illness during pregnancy. Fatherhood is an important and sensitive topic to discuss. There are many different types of fatherhood, but today I am going to talk about the type of father that is most common in our society today, the single-parent father. The role of a father has changed immensely over the past several decades. Today we live in a world where children are more likely to grow up with one parent than two. Many times this is due to divorce or death, but other times it is because of choice. Fathers can be found in many different forms: biological fathers, stepfathers, adoptive fathers, male role models, etc. The key point here is that fathers can come in many forms and all are important to a child's development. Fathers provide an unconditional love that cannot be matched by any other source. In fact, some studies have shown that children who have loving fathers tend to do better on tests than those who don't have such support at home. Fathers also provide comfort when they are needed most and wisdom when it comes time for advice on life's tough decisions like where should I go to college? Or should I date this guy? Fathers also provide knowledge by teaching their children about life through words of encouragement or lessons learned from their own experiences. The father-son relationship is very strong and they can share things with each other. The son will learn how to be a man, so he can grow up to be a responsible person. They can teach each other new things and it will be a great experience for both of them as they grow old together. The role of a father is one that is often taken for granted, but in reality, being a father is one of the hardest jobs in the world. There are many reasons why having an involved father is important for children. Children who grow up without fathers often suffer from greater emotional problems than those who live with both parents. Children who grow up without fathers are more likely to have behavioral problems and have trouble getting along with others. Children who grow up without fathers tend to have lower grades and test scores than those raised by both parents. 2/3 of all single-parent families are headed by mothers. This is partially because there are more single mothers than fathers, but also because more women have children out of wedlock than men. In fact, about 90% of unwed births occur to women who are not cohabiting with a partner. The number of unmarried couples with children is growing rapidly. Nearly 1 in 3 children under age 18 now lives with an unmarried parent. Fathers play an important role in raising their children and helping them become good adults. Fathers tend to be more involved in child care than they were 40 years ago and are spending more time with their children than they did in the past. A father's involvement has been linked to positive child outcomes, including school achievement and healthy development. But when fathers do not live with their children, they may be less involved in their lives than they would be if they were living together as a family unit. Fatherhood is an important part of a man's life. It is not only a great responsibility, it is also a great honor to have children and pass on your legacy. Fatherhood teaches us many things. It helps us to grow into better versions of ourselves, especially when we are raising our own children.